Good morning, everybody. Oh, it's cold and it's Wednesday. I am still in Arizona. I am just northeast of Williams by about 20 miles, 18 miles, I think, actually. I am at a campground called Wild Cow Springs Campground, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to be here for 5 days. I know by the time you guys see this I'll be long gone, but still, this is my idea of heaven. I feel very good here. This is a really good place, but it's cold. I had to leave Williams. I wanted to go explore the Route 66 stuff they had there, but it was freezing. I came out of McDonald's yesterday at 10 o'clock and it was like 45 degrees out at the most. It was getting really cold and it looked like it was going to thunderstorm, and I said, heck with it, we're leaving. We're going to head south, because I checked the weather and I saw that the desert, the northern desert, is going to be, well, the Four Corners area is going to be in the 70s and 80s. Not the 90s and 100s, which is what I expected. So I made a beeline out of there. I left Williams yesterday and fought my way to this place, literally. First I had to deal with the wind. 40, 50, I think there was occasional gusts of 60 miles an hour that hit my van. So I was driving anywhere from 40 to 55. That's as fast. Every time I tried to get up to 60, a big gust would come along and boom, and almost send it across the lanes. So I had to deal with that, and then I asked Google Mama to find me primitive campgrounds near me, and up came a couple of resorts, a couple private campgrounds that looked pretty interesting, but I'm sure they were expensive. And then I saw this one, which is on BLM land, and it's $8 a night for normal people, for healthy people, average people. It's $8 a night. If you have an access pass, or you're a senior with an access pass, golden age access pass, it's 50% off, $4 a night. I happen to have the access pass, of course, and a handicap placard, and this is a handicap spot, so I snatched it. I got here and there was a crew of BLM workers. See those trees ahead of me? They were cutting those down. They said there was a big windstorm about a month and a half ago that damaged a lot of the trees in the campground, so they were here taking down the ones that were a threat. And quite a few cute young men out there doing their job. I showed up and they had to move their trucks so I could get my van in, but they were very nice about it. They weren't rude to me at all. And I was the only one here. I think I don't know how many sites there are. We'll have to go on a walk a little bit later. Salem and I have gone on 2 walks so far, and he found out he likes to climb rocks. So what do? Climb all over all these rocks. We'll take him for a walk together at some point too. Up there is the mountain. It's an Indian name, and I'm not going to say it until I can get that information. I'll walk down to the map and show you guys the map. Get the name of that. This is a beautiful spot. The road I took to get here was hell. Smokey did real good. Actually, it's not that bad of a road at all. If you have 4-wheel drive, you'll take it no problem. 2-wheel drive, you have to have some clearance, definitely. It's not real bad, but you need to have a truck or a van. You can't be driving up in your compact Subaru. No, not a good idea. There's some steep up and down hills, and you have to have some power. And she took it. I had her in first gear the whole way. Once we got off the pavement, I put her in first gear because I saw that it was one lane and that we were going to be doing some climbing with a cliff on the other side. But you know, I used to drive off-road when I was married. My husband had an S10, and occasionally we'd go off-road. We lived in Phoenix for about, I was there for 8 months. I think he was here longer because he had to go to school. He went to air conditioning school in Phoenix. And we'd go camping on the weekends. We'd go up into, I think it's Tonto National Forest. And I think we went up to Prescott also. And we used to, and it's all you know, off-road roads. And he taught me how to drive it. Because he was from Tahoe, so he was used to driving off-road. So yeah, I learned, and it was kind of nice to do it again, and I just took my time. Shoot, I almost fell down. I took my time. Smokey did fine. She had the power to go up these hills that are almost, you know, a couple of them were almost straight down, and once I hit the back of the rack because it was so steep. But I was going 5 miles an hour. I didn't get up to 10 on most of the trail. 4 miles, it took me almost an hour to get in here. Now, on the way out, what I do is continue to take the road, I think, that I was on before I turned off to here. And it's only about 1.5 miles to I get to a community, and there the road turns paved, and then it takes me to Kingman. So I'm just going to go that route. I'm not going back the way I came. I'm going to just keep going. And I'll follow Google Mama's instructions and get out of there. Anyways, I really like this spot. It's cold, but it's not as cold as Williams. And it's not as hot as Tampa. I don't feel jealous at all. You guys at home are 95-degree temperatures in Tampa. Yeah, it's a little early for that. I knew this year was going to be bad. I found a couple bullet shells just eyeballing right here. One of them's really old. Maybe I can read it today. Yeah, it's in the 60s. It says 76, or maybe it's a 76. 259. I don't know. This one's a Magnum 357. Don't know what year. It's got to be newer because it doesn't have the year. This one has a year. It's 60s or 70s. I'm not sure which. I think it's 67. All right, so what I wanted to do is do some filming, because I think, while I metal detect, I think that I might have some finds. The last area I went to, all there were too many tin cans. I couldn't really metal detect the areas I did. I found a couple, that sardine can and the other can. I mean, the sardine can and the boot heel were about the most interesting things. So, what I wanted to do first, I'm babbling again. Let's see. Okay, I've got my pinpointer on me. One Garrett Pro pointer. That's all you need to start. Oh, and gloves. Yep, gotta have the gloves. Always wear some kind of gloves. You never know when you come across glass, thorns, sharp roots, sharp rocks, or poop, or insects that will bite you. So, always wear gloves. I get these from the Dollar Tree. They're great. Absolutely wonderful. This pair's lasted me quite a while. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look underneath these tables and the bench. There's a bench over here. Let's start with that. Here's my tent. This is how I have it set up. It will sleep. I could sleep 4 people in here if I wanted to, but it'd sleep 2 comfortably. Need to get some air mattresses. I need somebody to come camping with me. I brought the extra cot because I thought somebody would want to go. Oop. There's something right there. Or, yeah, I think it's the, it's picking up on the pole. Alright. I'm pretty sure that's what it's doing. Whoop. This one is not. Alright, there's something right there. Let's see, I should have some kind of shovel on me. Oh, great, I lost it. Oh. All right, there's something over here. Let me go get my metal detector. Well, it's just gonna ring on that. So I don't know. Something right there. I have no idea what it is.